Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome back to our channel. So today we'll listen to the story Cinderella Part 4 when Cinderella met Snow White. I hope you know what had happened in Part 3. But if you haven't seen our Part 3 yet, you can check the link in the description below and watch Cinderella Part 3 when Cinderella met Mermaid. This is Cinderella Part 4 when Cinderella met Snow White. Their plane started to lose its balance, so the pilot had to land the plane as soon as possible. So the pilot thought to land the plane on the iceberg, and so he landed the plane on the iceberg slowly. Thankfully, they all were saved. George said, "Oh my God, it's going to be 9 p.m. and we are in the middle." Cinderella, I think you should be thankful, George, that our lives are at least saved. It was getting darker, and also it was getting more and more snowy outside. George said, "Oh my, I don't think this place is safe at all. We should not move out of here until the sun rises." Cinderella, yeah, I don't think it's safe outside. We'll stay in the plane till morning. I hope we get someone tomorrow, or I hope we get a hut around. George, hope so. Cinderella, are you hungry, George? George, yes. Air hostess, don't worry, sir. I'll bring some food from the plane's fridge. I think there's some food left. Cinderella, thanks, Lucy. Air hostess brings sandwiches for both of them and also serves them with a hot glass of coffee to Cinderella and George and the pilot, and also brings a sandwich for herself. Cinderella, this place is too chilly. George, yes. Next morning, Cinderella, George, the pilot, and the air hostess managed to come out of the plane. They took all the leftover food items and clothes with them. George said, "Come on everyone, let's move out of here. Quickly, it might not be safe." They all walked away from the plane, started to find the roadside. 2 days passed, but they still couldn't find a way. George said, "Oh my goodness, I think we have reached the same place." Cinderella, "Oh no, we don't even have anything to eat now." Soon, it started getting darker in the cold and chilled forest. George, here, I think we should climb up this small hill. Maybe we find out a way there. They all were climbing the hill, and suddenly voices of thunder and rain started coming. It was getting more snowy and chilly. George said to everyone, "Come on everyone, faster! We have to climb this as fast as we can." Finally they reached at the top. Still, the danger was not over yet. They all continued to run. After running for 10 to 15 minutes, they finally got a small hut. They all were very happy. It was getting darker and snowy, and the winds were also getting higher. Cinderella said, "I think we should go in that hut quickly." They all ran there, but the door was locked. George knocked the door and said, "Please open the door. We need help." The door opened, and they all quickly entered the house. To their surprise, the lady who opened the door was Snow White with all the 7 dwarfs. They all were shocked. "Oh my God," said Cinderella. "I'm so glad to meet you, Snow White." "Thanks, dear, for rescuing us." Snow White, "It's okay. Even I'm really happy to meet you all." Snow White said, "Everyone, come over here. Take some heat from this fireplace temple. You'll feel better. I'll bring dinner for all of you." Cinderella, "Thanks, my friend. I'll help you with the chores if you want." Snow White, "Oh no, dear, I'll manage." After some time, the dinner was ready. Snow White had made lots of hot and crispy fish with hot chicken soup. They all were very hungry. After having dinner, Snow White asked them, "So how did you all reach here?" George, "Actually, we were returning back home in our private jet, but due to heavy rain and thunder, we had to land the plane in emergency, and so we came out here in this icy place. And since 2 days, we are finding the way out. Thank God, we found and saw that small hill, and then we saw your hut, thankfully." Snow White, "Okay guys, I think you should probably rest for some time. It's too late. They all slept. Next morning, George said, Cinderella, I think we should leave now, 'cause at night it would be tough. Cinderella, yeah, you're correct, George. Okay, Snow White, thanks a lot for everything. We'll take your leave. Snow White, okay, but do you know the way to the roadside? George, no. Snow White, it's okay. Just a moment, I'll get you guys something. Here you go. Take these two tents. When you all will go, it will become evening and still the roadside is very far. So in the evening, put up these two tents. It will save you from the chilled ice. Also take this bag of food. You'll need it in your way. I've packed some tuna sandwiches and some fried chicken and chicken soup and 2 bottles of hot milk. And don't forget to take these pack of wooden sticks. You'll need them to put on fire. Hopefully you'll find my sister Elsa after 4 days. She stays in a big cottage. Make sure you reach her fast. Cinderella. Oh my god, you are amazing, Snow White. Thanks a lot. Love you. Bye bye. They all left from Snow White's house. Soon, it started to get dark. They quickly opened up their tents and closed them. They ate the food which Snow White had provided them with. They all talked for some time and then they slept. Next morning, again, they started their journey, but now there was another hill in front of them, which was a little bigger than the previous one. But hopefully, they managed to reach at the top. And finally, they reached. It was getting darker again, and now they opened up their tents. But all their food was totally finished. George said to all, Don't worry, guys, I'll get some fish from that lake out there. Cinderella, No, George, are you out of your mind? It's too dark now. And what if it gets very snowy outside? George, Then what will we eat? How we will continue our journey tomorrow? Cinderella, Okay, come quickly. George caught 2 buckets of fish and was on his way to the tent. But suddenly it started getting very cold outside. Lots of thunder voices started to come. And also it started raining. George tried to open up the tent, but the zip got stuck and the tent was not opening. He called up, Cinderella, open up the tent as soon as possible.